Good morning. My name is Patty Daniel. My Dharma name is wontempleNC. And I'd like to extend a warm welcome to you all, both here and at home, to our Sunday live Dharma service. Before we begin, however, let us please pause to remember the 153 mostly young people who died in the tragic incident in Seoul, Korea, 2 days ago. Let us remember and send our prayers to them, their families, and the people of Seoul with a moment of silence. Today, our friend from the Washington, D.C. Temple, Tiffany Heath, Wan Do Kwa, will share her Dharma talk on the 4 great vows, the pillars of mindfulness, peace, and service. Now please stand and begin our Qi Gong practice, guided by Lars.
Good morning, friends. Let's warm up by just shifting our weight from left to right. If we shift our weight to left, our right arm slaps our left shoulder, and vice versa on the other side. Don't forget to breathe. Okay, next let's warm up our ankles and toes. Just rotate them on the ground, one direction, shift other directions, make the ankles crack, getting them loosened up. And we shift to the other leg, do the same thing to the other ankle. Okay, next our hands come to our hips. We will rotate them to any direction, starting out slow. Gradually making the circles bigger and bigger. And reverse. Again, starting out slow and small. Making the circles bigger. Okay. Now let's do T-Rex arms. First we loosen up our wrists. Just rotate our wrist. Any direction. And then we change direction. Next, just our underarms. Let's just rotate those. And reverse. Now spread our arms out. Let's start making circles. Starting out small. Gradually making the circles bigger. And stop. Reverse. Start out big. And slowly making the circle smaller and smaller. Now let's put our hands on our shoulders. Let's rotate our shoulders. And reverse. Okay, let's just let your arms dangle on your side. Let's drop our chin to our chest. When we breathe in, let's bring rotate our head towards the top. And once we arrived on the top, we breathe out and complete the rotation all the way to the front into our chest. Then we change directions, breathe in. And breathe out. One more time, breathe in. Breathe out. Change directions. Breathe in. And breathe out. Okay. Next, let's open up our heart and mind center. We breathe in. We'll bring our hands to our chest, roughly. We breathe in, we open our arms, just expand the energy. And breathe out, bring the energy back between our hands. Breathe out, breathe in. And really feel the Qi energy just pushing our hands apart. Breathe in, breathe out. We crushing the energy back together between our two hands. Breathe in. And breathe out. We do the same thing. We breathe in, but we're going to bring the arms all the way out, and we come to our tippy toes. When we all the way extended and hold that position, and we breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. One last time, breathe in. And breathe out. Now let's open our tangent. We breathe in, we rotate our arms, we come together, resting on our tangent, breathing in, and breathe out. Breathe in, make big circles. And breathe out. One last time, let's make a small circle. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now let's open our hips to one of our sides, scooping up the energy. On that side, we open up our hip, grab that energy and push it forwards to our other hand that's stretched out. Slowly shifting our hip to the other side, open them up to the other side, scoop up the energy, push the energy towards the other arm. And breathe in. Grab the energy and breathe out, push. Breathe in. And breathe out. In. Out. In. And out. Okay. Let's bring our palms above our heads, breathing in. Join our palms together above our cranium. Breathe out. Stop in our third eye. Breathe in. We bring our palms to our heart center. Slowly breathe out. Breathe in. Drop our arms to our side. Fingers pointing down to the ground. Breathe out. Drop the energy into the ground. One more time, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now let's join our palms above our head. We breathe out, dropping it out to our heart center. Thank you, friends. Now please join us in bowing practice to the Dharmakaya Buddha Fourfold Grace.
With gratitude, I bow to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the infinite source of marvelous existence. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of parents, ancestors, and everyone who has given me life and nurtured me. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of fellow beings, embracing the truth of interconnectedness. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of laws, which guide us to develop justice and freedom through Dharma and universal principles. Meditation is simple and easy. Anyone can practice it. Please take time to find your most comfortable position on the floor or in a chair. Wiggle to release any tension in your body. Rock front to back or side to side until you find the point of perfect balance. Breathe in, grab all your tension. Breathe out, release any mental or physical uneasiness. Relax your whole body. Remember to let your mind's eye focus on your belly breathing. Breathe and listen to your body. Gradually sit up taller, gently straighten your spine without losing focus on the energy in your lower abdomen. While keeping your ears softly aligned with your shoulders, tuck your chin in slightly and let your shoulders melt away from your ears. Enjoy the sensation of your arms and hands relaxing. Invite your awareness to center on your lower abdomen, your Qi energy field. This is called the Danjan and is located about 2 inches below your navel. Your Danjan is the power center for your breathing. Scan your entire body to see if there is any tension, especially in your face and head, neck, and shoulders. If your face or body begins to itch, simply note the itching and let it pass. If your legs ache unbearably, you may change position very slowly and quietly so that you maintain a calm stillness and honor the silent practice of those around you. When thoughts arise in your mind, do not be disturbed by them. Do not react to your thoughts or pursue them. Recognize that they are just thoughts. They will disappear by themselves. Continue to bring your awareness back to your Danjan abiding breath. When your mind is calm, concentrated, perfectly focused, and at peace, you will rest in the realm of samadhi, deep meditation. You will no longer feel any distinction between yourself and others, finding yourself free from the limits of time and place. We are grateful to sit quietly together, finding the still point within. May we be here now, deeply aware of our ever calm, ever alert spirit. 만사요의 아신도 존지와 동일체 아여 전지lum신조 존지용기야 신정 만사요의 아신도 존지요와 동일체 아여 전지lum신조 존지용기야 신정 만사요의 아신도 존지요와 동일체 아유 전지동신정 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 존지용기야 신정 만사요의 아신도 존지요와 동일체 아유 전지동신정.
Prayer for world peace. Grace of heaven and earth. Grace of parents. Grace of fellow beings. Grace of laws. O Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. May we take refuge in Dharma and be filled with compassion and wisdom. May we transform delusion into wisdom, greed into generosity, resentment into gratitude, discord into harmony, and hatred into compassion. May all nations grow and benefit mutually. May the strong help the weak, and may the weak learn and evolve according to Dharma. May all those who have died from world conflicts and disasters be delivered through all obstacles and be at rest. May there be peace throughout the world, and may all beings enjoy tranquility and happiness, living in their original true nature. This we pray with our whole hearts. Page 9. 이런 상바
One is the realm of samadhi, beyond words and speech, the gateway of birth and death, transcending being and non-being, the origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings and laws, the true nature of all Buddhas and
masters, unenlightened people, and sentient beings. Will one manifest as both permanence and impermanence, viewed as permanence, still one unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is, viewed as impermanent, still one unfolds into infinite worlds through the cycle of formation, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings, according to how we use our minds and bodies. In the four forms of birth we transform through the 6 realms of existence, progressing or regressing, with grace arising from harm or harm from grace. Therefore we unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly, modeling ourselves after Il-One-Song, the Dharmakaya Buddha, by cultivating our minds and bodies deeply, knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, and receiving grace rather than harm, until we attain the great empowerment of Il-One and become one with the nature of Il-One.
Gently use the soft hand energy right on your heart instead of center, softly relax. It peacefully captured our autumn garden and meditation activities. This morning, our Dharma friend from the Rockville Temple in Maryland, Tiffany Heath, wontempleNC, is going to share her talk. The Rockville Temple was the very first place I served in the US back in 1998. I remember how we studied a very small practice community for English language practitioners. It is delightful to see how the Rockville community continues after all these years. It is touching my heart to see the energy of a practice there become stronger and deeper. Now please welcome Tiffany as she shares her contemplations on the 4 great vows, the pillars of mindfulness, peace, and service.
Hello, my name is Tiffany Heath, and my Dharma name is wontempleNC. I have been a part of the Sangha of the Washington, D.C., Maryland Won Buddhist Temple since 2018. A scripture that resonated with me within the first few weeks of my starting my practice and continues to motivate me can be found in the Scripture of the Founding Master, Section 3, Practice, verse 23. It says, "When you open your eyes, you will see Scripture. When you listen, you will hear Scripture. When you speak, you will be reciting Scripture. When you act, you will be applying Scripture. Anytime and anywhere, this Scripture will unfold without end." You see, the practice of Won Buddhism does not require special conditions or extraordinary tools. We have the Ilwan Song, the symbol of Won Buddhism. That simple circle that hangs above altars worldwide reminds me to see, guard, nourish, and engage my mind and all of my senses so they can serve as my teacher instead of relying on my personal preferences, opinions, and judgments. My goal is not perfection or utopia. Instead, my practice is to become as well-rounded as the Ilwan Song. A bit about myself. My life career has focused on working with labor unions and social justice activism. Through the influence of my parents' work and faith community surrounding me growing up in New Jersey, for the last 16 years, I have lived in the Washington, D.C. area, working for an international labor federation. As I continue to learn more about the practices and writings of the founding master and the subsequent Dharma masters of Won Buddhism, I see the connection between the vows that I took as a young girl to work on behalf of others and the 4 great vows. The 4 great vows state, sentient beings are numberless. We vow to save them. Delusions are endless. We vow to eliminate them. Teachings are infinite. We vow to learn them. Supreme enlightenment is inconceivable. We vow to attain it. I am sure you are asking, what does union activism and the 4 great vows have in common? Well, a significant portion of my day-to-day position is called to pay attention, detailed attention, to reports, legislation, and various commentaries on what is taking place in individuals' lives, their families, and their communities. I have learned and witnessed that suffering is not from the guaranteed uncertainty of life, but is rooted in the 3 poisons: greed, hatred, and delusion. And all 3 rage in every human heart. Yet, any one of us who has ever experienced or seen the truth of what is confronting our collective societies, it seems overwhelming. We may have felt too tired, lonely, bitter, perhaps feeling too privileged to engage, or perhaps even addicted to old habits that do not allow us to move forward. I know I have felt that way, so I am sure that you can understand the question that I ask myself daily. What is my world made of? The palpable suffering of real human beings requires the transformation of my mind ground. And while I can meditate and pray for kindness and compassion, I strive just as hard to ensure that such transformative meditations are not merely inward experiences geared towards my own transformation. Instead, I continually seek to develop the kind of compassion that rolls up its sleeves and steps willingly into the complex lives of others. This is where the intention of the 4 Great Vows has sustained me and continually inspires me in my work, because they are a gentle reminder that I can transcend my perceived limitations to act for the greater good. For me, life these days is a roller coaster ride between hope and fear, oscillating between what is possible and what is. Like all roller coasters, this one is both exhilarating and terrifying, often simultaneously. I try my best to be fully engaged in being part of the solution, but then I sometimes find myself plunging into despair at the enormity of the challenges in front of me and the fear that my efforts will fail. Then there are the many times when, instead of connecting with my heart, when it is tender after hearing a personal story of anguish or even triumph, I find that I have this ability to cut myself off from connecting to any vulnerability or pain. Instead, I shield myself with numbness and rigidity and facts and figures. And unfortunately, then the people I serve become demographic statistics and chess pieces in a political game, rather than the full human beings who just want the opportunity to do the best for themselves and their communities. In those moments, I realize I've fallen into the egoistic need for personal and professional success in the eyes of fellow sentient beings. Then, to add to my suffering, if something goes wrong, I sometimes say to myself, people don't understand what is happening, but I do. So with these thoughts, how can I work for justice and help create a beloved, just society when my mind prejudges every action based on my needs? Through my practice of seeing and engaging the world as a living scripture, I am learning that it is not enough to intellectually know facts and figures, or to even have the clarity of a personal conviction. The 4 Great Vows contain words that provide an alternative way of approaching my work and my life. When I recite these vows, I'm reminded within my practice to help save, eliminate, learn, and attain. In other words, I'm forming my own practice. Now I see where I need to put my effort. If I want to help save all sentient beings, I must work with my anger, my ignorance, and my passion. These vows make me more watchful about acquiring more skillful ways to deal with my difficulties, personally, professionally, or societally. Sitting with those emotions, it is no longer my purpose to distance myself from them, or to even seek to become a better person. Instead, my goal is to finally acknowledge the reality of mine and others' situation right in front of me. Being open and present is the formation and foundation of my practice. And I do understand that some believe that the best way to benefit all sentient beings is to leave social and political activities aside and concentrate on achieving personal enlightenment. For me, I view the ordinary events of our daily life as the foundation of enlightenment because I look at my daily life as my practice. As Won Buddhist practitioners, we are called to add our contribution from within society, not only in our private daily practice or with our sanghas, but also in relationships with those close to us and in our lives as residents, citizens, and members of a global society. It's possible to make ourselves available to the enlightenment, wisdom, and compassion that we so long to be touched by, and to spread those virtues to the world around us. For me, freedom comes with the acceptance of knowing that I cannot tailor the world to suit me, nor can I force the world to fit into my complete vision of things. However, this does not mean I should not aspire to make things better. Instead, I recognize that through my practice and reciting the 4 great vows, I am being asked not to become entangled in the cynicism outside of myself and especially within myself. I need to face my fear and sufferings and transform them into goodwill and equanimity for others. I no longer strive to be worthy of my position. Now, I keep my prayers simple. I ask that the universe's luminous totality helps me fulfill the 4 great vows, that all things should come into existence and grow towards awakening. Awakening to our shared goal of paying greater care to the challenges of human life, being more encouraging of kindness, and passing on our wisdom from one person to the next. Thank you.
We just sang about the 4 great vows. Thank you, Tiffany, for so powerfully sharing the connection between your heartfelt vow and dedicated service. Thank you all for your deep listening. And friends at home, you're welcome to share your takeaways from today's message and practice. Your sharing supports each other's practice. Now, friends here, shall we turn around and share some insight or questions or anything that you want to take with you today from today's practice?
좋네요. 이렇게 보니까 내용도 뭐 얼마 정도 있다가 네?
신나게 재밌게 초대해주세요.
네. 웃으면서 이거 공은 언제 칠까요? 좀 이따가? 한 2, 3분? Thank you for practicing with us today. We are happy to remind this afternoon from 1 to 5 p.m. Our annual Fall Fun Festival and Open House will roll into action here at the Chapel Hill Temple. We have food courts. Korean pancake is back after COVID. Yeah. And some other fun ongoing programs and classes going on till 5 p.m. So hope to see y'all there. And please note that our temple operates solely by your generous donations. There is a donation jar outside, and electronic dana giving can be done through our website. Now, let us bow to each other and make a mindful transition into our day. Maybe we can say hello to cameras so that